So I've been using this PlayStation Portal for a while now, and I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. Like, the Portal is an interesting device because it is a handheld, but it just doesn't run games natively. So really, it's just like a wireless screen for your PS5. And if you don't have a PS5 already, I don't think this will do much for you. However, it doesn't eliminate it as an option. When it initially launched, I completely ignored it because I was not looking for a remote play device. When they released the cloud streaming aspect to it, I thought, now's my chance. My views changed and I started to take it a little bit more seriously. The Portal is better than I expected. The 8-inch LCD screen is solid. The controls feel exactly like a DualSense. It's light and comfortable, and it's good just for casual gaming and having your P5 in your hands while playing in the bed or around the house. The audio setup is where it kind of falls short a little. It's not a deal breaker, but you can't use regular Bluetooth headphones. You either plug in wired headphones or buy Sony's wireless stuff, which I feel like just adds cost and feels unnecessary. The battery life is fine. I can't complain. I can get like a solid 7 hours of gameplay at 100% battery, but that's due to me adjusting the brightness, turning off the haptics, and also the lights on it. The USB-C port placement is clean and hidden, so physically I think it's a good device. There's no real complaints so far. Pairing it to the PS5 usually works right away for me. If I have a password on my account, it just won't connect. I would actually need to log in before connecting it via remote play. So now I've just removed the passcode as it was just so annoying. My PS5 isn't hardwired, but I have a pretty decent Wi-Fi, so there hasn't been any connection issues. But I would say your network matters more than the console. A wired connection to the PS5 helps a lot, but I don't think that is always necessary. And Sony does say you need at least 15 megabytes a second on download to play the Portal, but I think it's just subjective depending on your situation. I have had a few hiccups, just not enough for it to completely kick me out. The input delay is there, but I feel like it's manageable. I felt it mainly when playing first-person shooter games like Call of Duty or Battlefield 6. I'd just rather steer clear or play a multiplayer because you're more likely just going to lose a fight. For games like Arc Raiders or Destiny, I feel like they'd run pretty well. When it comes to the picture quality, it isn't proper sharp, but it's not noticeable for the average gamer. You'll see compression during the darker scenes. It's not going to stop you from playing the games at all. You most likely won't even care about this. The analogs are a bit smaller than a normal controller, but it doesn't feel any different. It weighs around 529 grams, and I don't feel like this is heavy. You'll only feel a bit of the weight if you decide to pick it up with one hand by the controller, given that it is not evenly distributed compared to like something like a Switch. However, it's still easy to play on for long sessions without any hand strain. Taking this around the house is where I think the Portal makes sense. On the sofa, playing in the bed when someone else has the TV, this is where I feel like it fits it. If you're traveling or outside the house, it can become unreliable. Hotel or public Wi-Fi I wouldn't really recommend, although a mobile hotspot can seem to work fairly well. You might get a little bit of hiccups and blur here and there, but for the most part, it works. I don't think this is really an on-the-go console, so don't compare this to another handheld gaming device that is out there. The Portal costs around $200 brand new, but I'm sure you can find it on sale somewhere as Christmas is approaching. The real cost, I think, is everything around it. You don't need a PS5 per se, but the whole point of this was to complement it and it not be a standalone thing. And if you want to use cloud streaming, you need PS Plus Premium subscription. So that's another, what, $18 a month or $160 for the year. This is why I think the second-hand market is essentially just a smarter move when it comes to buying things like this. Many people just end up buying the Portal expecting it to replace something like the Switch, but it doesn't work like that. Me, I picked mine up at a lower price, which is $180, and that kind of made sense for me. Now I've been using it for a little bit. I've grown to kind of like it more and more. It's not a standalone handheld. It's not meant to be for on-the-go travel. However, you can take it if you're going to be, let's say, sitting down in a certain place for a long while. It's a convenient accessory for PlayStation owners who want to keep playing without taking over the main TV. If that matches how you play, then I think you'll probably like it. If you expect more than that, you won't. I'm using it more than I actually expected, but that's just because it fits into the gaps in my day when I'm sitting at my desk and wanting to play casually, and for me, that's enough. If I want to lock in and play competitively, then that's where I'll just play directly on the PS5. I didn't want to go into too much detail, but hopefully for the next handheld console they release, they will put storage on it to run games natively and also extra buttons on the back so it just feels like a DualSense Edge controller, and also possibly make the screen OLED. Thanks for watching. Drop a like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.